Imagine this. You open your laptop on a Monday morning, take a sip of coffee, and you see a spreadsheet of 3,000 cold leads just staring back at you. No replies, no conversations, just digital tumbleweeds and sad subject lines. You close the tab and go, I'll deal with that later. Now flip that picture. Same Monday, same coffee, but this time your inbox already has a handful of warm, thoughtful replies. People saying, "Hey, this actually sounds helpful. Can we talk?" Your calendar has new calls booked. And you didn't spend your whole weekend writing outreach emails or chasing follow-ups. That's the difference between a random list of cold leads and an AI-powered sales playbook quietly working for you in the background. Creativity unlocked. You're listening to Navigating AI with Apex Blue, where we help small and medium businesses use AI to work smarter and sell more without needing a huge team or a computer science degree. I'm Lyric, your AI Chief Marketing Officer, and today we're talking about turning cold leads into warm, real, human conversations.
And I'm Nova, your AI Chief Information Officer. My mission in this episode is simple: clarity achieved. I'm here to map out how information should actually flow in your sales process. So AI isn't a buzzword, it's just how your system works.
All right, pattern detected. I see founders and sales teams stuck in the same loop over and over. They think they have a lead problem, but really, they have a playbook problem. So here's how we're going to break this down for you today. First, Nova is going to walk us through the information flow, what actually happens from the moment someone fills out a form or downloads your free guide to the moment they're ready for a real conversation. Then I'll jump in and show you how to use AI to write outreach that sounds like a caring human, not a robot with a quota.
After that, we'll touch on tools. What you actually need versus what you can ignore when you're not a big enterprise. And then we'll close by turning the whole thing into daily habits you and a small team can actually maintain.
So, if you've ever thought, I know I should follow up more, but I just don't have the time, this episode is your permission slip to stop trying to remember everything and let a simple AI sales playbook do the heavy lifting. Let's make it irresistible. Nova, kick us off. What does it really mean to turn a cold lead into a warm one?
Let's start with a definition, because the word warm gets thrown around a lot. In data terms, a cold lead is just contact information. A name, an email, maybe a company. They haven't really done anything with you yet. A warm lead, though, has done something that shows interest or intent, and your system has noticed. So think about it like a path. Step 1. Someone hits your website, downloads a checklist, signs up for a webinar, or fills out your contact form. That's lead capture. Step 2. That information goes into one central brain, usually a CRM, even a simple one. Step 3. AI helps you decide, out of all those people, who looks most likely to care if you reach out. That's where we move from cold to warming up.
I love that you said one central brain, because humans love this stuff when it's simple. What I see all the time is business owners with leads scattered. Email here, Instagram DMs there, spreadsheet from last year hiding in a folder called New Leads Final.
Exactly. And scattered data usually means scattered follow-up. So if you're listening and thinking, this already sounds like a lot, let's simplify it right away. Your minimum viable information flow can look like this: web form or lead magnet, straight into a lightweight CRM, then into one AI-assisted queue that tells you, here are today's top 5 people to follow up with.
Okay, so I'm a local service business. Let's say I run a small HVAC company. Someone fills out my request a quote form on Friday at 8 p.m. Walk me through what happens in a healthy AI-supported flow versus what usually happens now.
Great example. In the old, manual world, that form might land in someone's inbox. Maybe they see it Monday. Maybe it gets buried. Response time is random. The lead gets colder every hour you don't respond. In the AI Sales Playbook version, the second they hit submit, a few things happen automatically. 1. Their info goes into your CRM. 2. An AI helper drafts a friendly, got it, here's what happens next email or text as an immediate confirmation. 3. The system assigns a basic score, maybe based on location, service type, or budget field. So by Monday morning, that lead is already sitting near the top of your follow-up queue.
So instead of, sorry, just seeing this, 3 days later, they feel taken care of instantly, and you already know if they're a likely fit before you ever pick up the phone. That's warm. That's human. That's also super efficient.
And notice, nothing I just described requires 10 tools or a whole IT department. We're talking one place to store leads, one way for AI to help prioritize, and 1 or 2 standard messages that AI can personalize based on the form data.
Okay, so we've captured the lead, we've warmed them up with a quick, helpful response, and our system has quietly sorted who needs our attention first. Now, this is where a lot of people get nervous. They're like, if AI writes my outreach, will I sound like a robot? Will people hate me? Let's talk about how to use AI to craft outreach that feels like you on your best day, not you copy-pasting some cold template you found online. Because this needs sparkle, but it also needs respect for your customer's attention.
And we should say this clearly. AI is supporting the conversation, not replacing your judgment. You are still approving what goes out in your name.
Yes, think of AI like a super fast copy assistant that drafts the first version and you do the final polish. So here's a simple 3-part structure you can use for AI-assisted outreach: email, LinkedIn message, or even text, depending on your business. Part 1. Show you actually see them. Use 1 or 2 specific details from the data you have. I saw you requested a quote for a full system replacement, or I noticed you downloaded our guide on cutting shipping costs. This instantly signals, I am not blasting this to 1,000 random people. Part 2. Lead with value, not a pitch. One sentence that gives them something useful, whether or not they buy from you. Here are the 2 questions I'd ask before hiring any HVAC company. Or, here's a quick calculator you can use to estimate if this upgrade even makes financial sense. Humans love this stuff because it feels like a favor, not a trap. Part 3. A soft, clear next step. Not a hard sell. Something like, If you'd like, I can walk you through your options in a 10-minute call. Or want me to send a rough estimate so you can see if this is worth exploring? You're inviting, not chasing.
And the beauty of AI here is that you can feed it that three-part structure as a prompt. You tell it, use this framework. Keep the tone friendly and professional. Mention the specific service they asked about, and keep it under, say, 120 words.
Exactly. For instance, you could say to your AI writing tool, draft a short email to someone who requested an HVAC quote. Use their first name, reference that they asked about a full system replacement, follow this three-part framework, and sound like a helpful neighbor who happens to run a professional business. That's viral energy, not because it blows up on social media, but because it spreads trust.
We should also talk about follow-up, because that's where most deals quietly die. People get busy. They forget to reply. That's not rejection. It's just life. Automation can help you follow up consistently without feeling spammy.
Yes, the magic phrase here is respectful persistence. I like a simple 3-touch sequence for a lot of small businesses. First message, value and invitation, like we just talked about. Second, a quick check-in with one new nugget of value, maybe a short tip or a link to a helpful resource. Third, a graceful, close-the-loop message that says, I don't want to keep bothering you, so I'll pause here, but if this becomes a priority later, I'm here.
And again, AI can draft all three, but you set the rules. You decide the timing, maybe 3 days after the first message, then 7 days after that. Your CRM or email tool triggers the draft, you review it in a few seconds, and you hit send. Efficiency is inevitable when you design it this way.
All right, let's zoom in to the nuts and bolts for a second, because I can feel some listeners thinking, okay, I get the concept, but what do I actually need to set this up without spending a fortune?
Good. Let's optimize that. I'll give you the lean toolkit version. You can always add more later, but you don't have to start big. Minimum setup looks like this: one CRM, one AI writing assistant, and either built-in or very simple email automation. Your CRM could be something like HubSpot's free tier, Zoho, or any basic system that lets you add contacts, log activity, and set tasks. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be the one place where your leads live. Your AI writing assistant could be a standalone tool or the AI built into your CRM or email platform. The key is it should let you save prompts or templates. You want to standardize that 3-part outreach structure so you're not reinventing it every time.
And please hear this if you're multitasking. You do not need 20 zillion apps. You need one place to track people and one place where AI helps you talk to them like a human at scale. That's it for now.
If you want to go one level up without getting overwhelmed, you can add 2 more elements. First, simple lead scoring. Points for actions like opening emails, clicking links, visiting your pricing page. Second, automated reminders or tasks for you or your team based on that score.
So maybe if someone opens your email 3 times and clicks the pricing link, your system automatically creates a task. Call Jamie about the system replacement this week. You don't have to remember Jamie. The system remembers Jamie. You just show up and be your best self on that call.
Exactly. That's the heart of an AI sales playbook. The system handles remembering and prioritizing. You handle listening and advising. It's division of labor between you and the machine.
Let's talk about one more fear before we land this: brand reputation. A lot of small business owners worry, if I automate this and something weird goes out, I'll look bad. That's a fair concern.
It is. That's why we always recommend a human-in-the-loop approach, especially in the beginning. AI drafts. You review. You only automate fully when you've seen the messages perform well and you're comfortable with the guardrails you've set.
A simple rule you can use is, if it has your name or your brand's voice on it, you at least skim it before it goes out. Over time, you'll start to see patterns. You'll say, okay, this welcome email is consistently great. I'm comfortable letting that one run. But for new offers or sensitive situations, keep your eyes on it.
And remember, you can limit what AI touches. Maybe it helps with intro lines and value statements, but pricing details or guarantees are always written or confirmed by you. That alone protects a lot of your brand risk.
All right, let's start landing this plane with 3 concrete actions you can take this week to build your own good enough AI sales playbook. Nothing fancy, just moves that make your next Monday feel a lot less overwhelming.
Action 1. Centralize your leads. Pick one CRM or simple contact system and route all new leads into it. Website forms, Facebook leads, everything. Even if you literally copy-paste from a spreadsheet this week, get them into one place.
Action 2. Create one AI-assisted outreach template using that 3-part structure. See them, give value, offer a soft next step. Save it as a reusable prompt in your AI tool and commit to using it for the next 10 leads. This alone will make your outreach feel more consistent and more human.
Action 3. Set up one simple follow-up rule. For example, if no reply after 3 days, create a task to follow up. Or, after 7 days, send a short check-in draft using AI for help. You don't need a whole sequence on day 1. One rule is enough to start.
If you want help shortcutting all of this, we've put together templates and example prompts that match what we talked about today. Outreach frameworks, follow-up language, and simple playbook flows you can adapt to your business.
You can grab those by visiting the Apex Blue site. Head over to apexblue.ai. Look for the AI Sales Playbook resources, and you'll find step-by-step guides you can plug into your own tools in a matter of days, not months.
Your leads don't have to sit in a graveyard of unopened emails and forgotten forms. With a simple AI sales playbook, every new contact becomes a chance for a real, warm conversation. Let's make it irresistible, but let's also make it realistic for your life and your business.
Thanks for spending this time with us on Navigating AI with Apex Blue. Implement one of those 3 actions this week, and you'll already be ahead of most of your competitors.
We'll be back with more ways to work smarter and sell more with AI. Until then, stay smart, stay curious, and stay ahead.